Hello there folks, and welcome back to another speed paint video. ArtFight season is just around the corner, and I am going to make a video about that, don't you worry. If you have any questions about ArtFight, send them into this form in the description. Anyway, I've been wanting to do a little bit of warming up for the ArtFight season. I've obviously been working on my character references for a little bit now, and I wanted to get some practice in for what kind of processes I want to use for actually making attacks during the event. So I decided I would go to the ArtTuber Discord that I was invited to, and see if anybody had any AOCs they wanted me to draw just for fun on this video. I think I might turn this into a series, so if you guys like seeing my take on other people's characters, let me know in the comments and I might do another one of these. So without further ado, let's see whose characters I got, and let's get into the speed paint. The first character slash guest that I have for this is Null. Null is one of the regulars in the ArtTuber server I'm in, and they've got a really cool Sona character that shares a name with them. And Null's a really awesome character design. They've got these amazing, cool spacey horns and a fun, devilish kind of vibe. They're very mischievous and very fun, and I just love that, sweater they're wearing in one of the reference images I was provided, where it just says big gay in, colorful letters. I need that sweatshirt in real life. It is so funny. For this particular illustration, I decided I would go with a process like a classic full-body illustration that I'll likely do for ArtFight this year, where it's going to be a simple character pose and, somewhat simple background, and showing off a little bit of their personality depending on what pose they're doing. So for this character, they're a little bit mischievous and a little bit silly, so I have them, sticking their tongue out and stuff like that. Really just had a lot of fun. This character is so cool. I love those spacey horns. Like I said, they're just so, cool and very appealing to me and the kinds of stuff that I like in a character design. I love a space aesthetic thing. I love when a character has a part of their design that's a different texture than everything else. I think that's always kind of cool. So this was a very fun little one to do. It's a very simple process, but I decided I would really refine it here with this illustration so I could really figure out how it is I want to approach the attacks for ArtFight this year. So yeah, it's not a lot to talk about, I suppose, in terms of the process, but I really did have a lot of fun with this one. I just had fun trying to clean up my process, make it really nice, and this is kind of a blueprint, I suppose you could say, for what my attacks are going to be like for most of this year's ArtFight. I'm obviously going to do a lot of other different stuff, probably modeled after other things I did for this video, but this is kind of the standard stuff, the standard fallback, easy, comfortable process I like to do for full character art illustrations. And yeah, it was just a lot of fun to do. Just having fun with the spacey vibes, this very comfy outfit that I definitely want to wear too, and truly just having a good time. Thanks, Null, for letting me draw your Sona. Next up, we have a character by Starry Gazer, and this is Martha. She is from a project of theirs called Scale TV, where a lot of it hasn't been revealed yet, so I won't say too much, I guess, because, it's not my story to spoil, right? But Martha is kind of a weirdcore, TV host sort of character, and she's a flower that has come to life, and she is creepy, weird, very charismatic, and just so fun. So I thought for this piece I would really lead into, just extremely saturated colors, because I feel like a lot of cool weirdcore images that I've encountered have, this wonderful, hyper-saturated vibe. I don't know, there's something very, high color compressed JPEG that is so weirdcore to me, so I kind of wanted to lean into that for this. It's got some very thick, colorful lines as opposed to the thin lines I used for Null's piece, and I really just wanted this to feel like a little bit of an homage to, the weirdcore aesthetic, while making the focus primarily on the character design here. And I just had a lot of fun with this outfit. I wanted it to, feel extra, comfy and puffy in my rendering of it, because I don't know why, but I feel like comfy, baggy clothes feel early 2000s to me for some reason. I guess just a lot of people that I was around back then were wearing stuff like that. I have no idea if anyone else has those associations, but that's what I think of from back in that day. To me, that is inextricably linked to the weirdcore aesthetic, so I just had a lot of fun with it. I also had fun making a little accent on the finger here, because I thought that would be very cartoony and silly, because that's a thing that some cartoons or anime do when the character has their hand up for just fun as a focal point. I thought that would be kind of cute. This character is just so fun. She's so fun to draw and a bit creepy and uncanny in a way that just really appeals to me in a primal way that I quite like. Really, I just had a lot of fun with this one, putting her in a Bliss-esque weirdcore type grassland. Honestly, kind of inspired by People Still Live Here. I was really thinking about that series while I was working on this piece. I'm really excited to see where Stargazer decides to take this character in the future, because this is such a cool little concept, and I'm interested in what it's got going on. Next up, we have another Sona, and that is going to be Koi. Koi Sona is really cool. I mean, obviously they got the koi fish type hair. Yeah, there's like this joke in the Discord server that we're always calling her a fish, so I think that's pretty funny. I mean, I do love the fishy aesthetic, so I really had to lean into that for this. And I thought for this piece I would do something with like very dramatic lighting, because this character is technically supposed to be an assassin, but like a playful, like silly assassin, kind of reminding me just a little bit of like the Rowan character from Drawfee now that I think about it. But like someone who will kill you but will smile about it, maybe? I don't know. That's the vibe I get anyway. I had a lot of fun with this Sona. I really wanted to play with the dramatic lighting here, because I wanted to see like how I could tackle like, I don't know, I was imagining like she's sitting in like a dark room where there's like these windows open to like a rainy day, and she is going to kill you, but she's telling you about how she got here first or something like that. I don't know. That was kind of the vibe I was going for with this illustration. So admittedly a little bit sillier in concept, but I thought dramatic lighting would be fun, I thought backlighting would be fun, and I thought it would be a fun way to like change up how this piece is compared to the other pieces. It is like suggesting the idea of a larger room without taking a lot of detail to establish it. I wanted the character obviously to be the focus here, especially for the speed paint video. So the background definitely takes like a back seat here, and it is only just kind of vaguely suggested to be a larger room with big windows. And I just had a lot of fun with this piece. It was pretty involved, so I feel like I took a little while on this one compared to some of the others in this video. But it was pretty fun. I would love to do more dramatic lighting pieces like this for ArtFight this year, so here's hoping that I actually commit to that, because I think that would be a lot of fun. Next up, we have the Sona from Nightmare, aka Night. And Night is a really cool little character design. He's totally grayscale, which I think is very fun, although I did add a little bit of color in this because I like to do that. And it's got a very simple design altogether. He's just like a really nice, simple character that reads really well from a distance, so I think just a very good mascot character. Good job, Nightmare. You got a good mascot character in your pocket here. So I thought it would do like a fun, like, holy sort of lighting situation, if that makes any sense, something mildly angelic. I don't know, I was feeling like very Holy Grail inspired, thinking about like a night type character. So I have like a big sun in the background and like a lot of like lighting effects here. It's a very simple dramatic portrait. It's just a very like, ultimately compositionally it's a very simple illustration, but I thought it would be fun to like really use the contrast and shapes to lean into the drama of it all, because I thought that would be kind of cool. Hopefully Knight likes it as well, I hope he does. It was very fun to do, this character is very fun to draw, and very effective mascot. I really like this guy. Next up, we have a character from Maddie Lion, who is Vera. Vera is this magical girl OC who is very, like, she doesn't mean to be, but she is kind of a mean girl, which I think is kind of fun. She's got like this blue aesthetic, she's got like this awesome giant scythe, and I really wanted to lean into just having fun with the shapes and the pose in this one. Just going totally crazy. It's another similar process like with Null's Sona at the beginning, where it's basically just a full body character on a somewhat simple background. And again, I really want to be the character to be the focus of this illustration, so I really didn't want the background to take too much priority here. So just having fun with like the shapes and the negative space and like trying to get this nice dynamic pose in. I love this jester-like hat, by the way. I think it is so fun. I love like that style of thing. I feel like more characters should have that because it's so silly. And this character is just a lot of fun to do. I love magical girl characters. I think they're always so neat. I love that a lot of them come in like teams and stuff, so I love that they kind of come in like a bit of a match set almost usually. And this character is just a lot of fun. I feel like you don't usually see magical girl characters who are kind of mean or rude, so I think it's kind of fun having that sort of character in that space. And all the starry aesthetic stuff, again, very appealing to me. Like I said with some of the other designs earlier, like, I just love stars in space. I think they're always fun to draw or, like, referencing character design. So this was a very, very fun piece for me to do. I love the color blue. I'm sure you can tell by the fact that my mascot is blue. And yeah, just a very fun piece. A nice little thing to try practicing with fun poses. That way I have a better idea for how I might tackle ArtFight this year. And yeah, just a fun character design. Really, really cool stuff. And last but certainly not least, we have LGAT404's character Summer, who is also a magical girl. She has two different, appearances, it looks like, based on the ref I was given, so I ended up going with the longer pink-haired appearance, just because I felt like drawing that little star barrette and having her hair flow around in a scene. I thought that would be kind of fun. I was just in the mood to draw long hair, so that's why I ended up going with this version of the character design. I have her standing in a bit of a city, standing off to the side, and kind of looking a little melancholy, because in the story I was provided, apparently she has amnesia, so she doesn't know much about her past, maybe. And I thought I would, kind of have something kind of wistful and a little moodier here to kind of lean into that aspect. No idea if it's fitting for her story, but, I tried to make it a little dramatic. I had fun, trying to suggest a bit of a vague cityscape in the background with some trees as well, and just having a lot of fun with clouds, because I will always take an excuse to draw clouds and put them in an illustration. This is just a really nice character design. I love her expressions in the ref sheet as well. I just feel like she just seems really cute and charming and friendly, so a very funny character now that I say that all out loud, because she seems like a very, opposite personality to the previous magical girl, Vera. I don't know, I kind of want to see them interact now, so I don't know, that's none of my business, I suppose, but what a bunch of fun characters. I love a magical girl cast. I think they're always very fun. I love, the world building that comes with them. Yeah, and it was just a lot of fun to do this illustration and practice how I'll do, a more scenic and, background intensive illustration for ArtFight this year by doing this kind of thing where it's, semi-painterly, I guess. About as painterly as I am probably going to go for ArtFight this year anyway, with, just having fun with my various brush packs that I have for, blocking in backgrounds and, suggesting depth without having to sink too much time into it, which, with the way that I do ArtFight, where I try to get 100 attacks done every year, finding efficient, fun ways to do very complex things very quickly is part of the fun for me. That's part of what I really like and part of my objectives for the year. So, yeah, I just had a lot of fun with this piece. This character's got an awesome design. And I really just had fun with this entire speed paint. Thank you guys so much for letting me draw your characters. And with that, that's all the art I've got for you guys today. So thank you all so much for watching the video. And thank you all so much again to these artists for letting me borrow these characters for this video. I have their channels linked in the description, so go check them out. Go subscribe to them if you aren't already. Some of them are more popular than I am, so definitely go check them out. They're pretty awesome. They've all got such great art and such fun characters, and thank you again, guys, for letting me draw them. Thank you, by the way, to my Ko-fi members for helping to support my channel. My Ko-fi members make my income a little more consistent and help me live out my dream of becoming a full-time artist. So sincerely, thank you to all of you. If you'd like to join them, you can go check out my Ko-fi page in the description below, where you can join for as little as $1 a month. So I hope to see you guys there. You can even just follow me for free for blog updates, and I'd really like to expand my little community. Also, by the time you guys are watching this, my Mothman Kickstarter project, Mothman Pride Collection Volume 3, will be live! That means that there's a whole bunch of Mothman Pride designs available as stickers, pins, and charms. At the time that I'm recording, it is before the launch. It's the end of May right now as I'm saying this. But by the time you guys are watching this, it will be out, it will be happening. I want to unlock all the stretch goals, I want to unlock all 30 designs. So any support at all, whether you just share the project or actually pledge toward it, I would sincerely appreciate it. Also, like I mentioned at the start of the video, I'm going to be doing a video on ArtFight, and that'll probably be next week. So if you have any questions for ArtFight, I'm doing an AMA. There's a forum in the description, so go fill that out if you're interested, and if you have any questions for me, feel free to send in more than one question, by the way. I want to answer as many things as possible. This is going to be my 10th year doing ArtFight this year, and I want to impart some of my wisdom as a bit of an old head over to whoever is coming in new, or any other people who have also been here a long time, and sharing wisdom and sharing what makes me so excited about this event every year. So if you're interested, if you've got any questions about ArtFight, it doesn't matter how silly or dumb they are, please send them in, because I'd love to talk about it. I'm going to have that ArtFight video come out in a week from when you're watching this, so please send those questions in soon, and I'd love to answer them. And with that, that's all that I've got for you guys today, so thank you all again so much for watching. Thank you again to the artists for letting me borrow the characters for this video, and I hope to see you guys next week with another art video. So, in the meantime, why don't you guys go out there and make some art.